A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. This is Nigeria Watch. And we're moving straight to the newspaper headlines. It's a Friday. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. We have to do this because we know you are there. Nigeria Watch comes to you 7 p.m. Mondays through Friday, where we discuss people, politics, economy, and governance. Let's get started with the newspaper headlines for this weekend. We're talking about the Punch newspaper. First, coming, DSS raids Mahmoud's in-law, other family members' residences. Punch newspaper, DSS raids Mahmoud's in-law, other family members' residences. The management of the Desert Herald has cautioned the Department of State Services against what it termed the media trial of its publisher, Malam Toko Mamu, currently under the detention of its DSS facility. In a statement on Friday by its head, a special project, Ibrahim Mada, the management also cleared the air that the so-called military accoutment found at Mahmoud's residence by the DSS operatives belonged to the son, who's a naval officer. Meanwhile, the secret police also raided the homes of Mahmoud's in-law and other family members in the early hours of Friday. The management urges the DSS to avoid media trial as its continued raid on residencies of its publisher, in-law, and other family members. The statement read, "We urge the Department of State Service to avoid media trial of Malam Toko Mamu." Moving ahead to England, where we have a report from the Punch newspaper. King Charles III faces testing times. From the Punch newspaper, King Charles III faces testing times. Trained from childhood to be King, Charles III has endured the longest wait for the throne in British history and has the toughest of acts to follow. His mother, Queen Elizabeth II, was crowned in 1953 with huge fanfare and national excitement. Aged just 25 and in the ensuing years earned the love and respect of millions worldwide. But after 73 years as an understudy, Charles' reign risked palling in comparison. It will be very difficult for him in terms of following the Queen, said Robert Hazel, founder of the Constitution Unit at the University College London. The monarchy is likely to go through, I think, some testing times, he told AFP. And back home here to Nigeria, we have this one from the Vanguard newspaper. It says, rename UNN to Queen Elizabeth University of Nigeria. Adamu Garba tells Buhari, rename UNN to Queen Elizabeth University of Nigeria. Adamu Garba tells Buhari. The ex-presidential aspirant of the Young Progressives Party, YPP, Adamu Garba, has advised President Muhammadu Buhari to immortalize Queen Elizabeth, who died yesterday at Balmoral, aged 96. He asked Buhari to rename the University of Nigeria, Nsukka UNN, to Queen Elizabeth University of Nigeria. In order to immortalize Queen Elizabeth, we should rename the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, to Queen Elizabeth University of Nigeria, since it is the first university in Nigeria, he said. Garba, who dumped the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, and later came back this year, said if he was Nigeria's president, he would declare 3 days of national mourning for the death of Queen Elizabeth II. And for more controversy surrounding the death of Queen Elizabeth, we are going to the Vanguard newspaper, where American University distances itself from Nigerian-born Professor as she tweets on Queen Elizabeth. We have this one from the Vanguard newspaper. American University distances itself from Nigerian-born prof's tweet on Queen Elizabeth. And this reads, Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the United States has reacted to the Nigerian-born Professor Uju Anya's comment about the late Queen Elizabeth II. Anya, when the Queen was reported to be sick before her date on Thursday, who did not mention her name, wished her excruciating pain. As she wrote on her Twitter, I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating, Anya tweeted. Twitter, however, removed the tweet, which has sparked remarks among Nigerians in the media space. Reacting to the development, Carnegie Mellon University affirmed that Anya's tweet was her personal view. It, however, said it did not tolerate the offensive and objectionable messages. The university posted the statement in its verified Twitter page on Thursday. And still on late Queen Elizabeth II's death, we have this controversy from the Guardian newspaper. Jeff Bezos, U.S. varsity react as Uju Anya wished Queen Elizabeth excruciating death. And that this is someone on his tweet, Jeff Bezos wrote, this is someone supposedly working to make the world better. I don't think so. Wow. Bezos tweeted in response, referencing the Nigerian Civil War between 1967 and 1970, where over 1 million people, most from the Southeast region, were killed. Anya doubled down her stance to wish the late monarch an excruciating death. In annoyance, expect me to express anything but disdain for the monarch who supervised the government that sponsored the genocide that massacred and displaced half my family, and the consequences of which those alive today are still trying to overcome, she said. And that's some of the newspaper headlines for this evening. We shall be taking a look at what looks like the pre-colonial days of Britain in Nigeria and the consequences, and how the death of late Elizabeth the Queen has affected Nigeria, and how all of these fences could be mended. I'll be joined by Fidel Oyeneke and, of course, Kelvin Walker for more of this interaction. You can be part of the show. The number to call is 0907-177-1985. Stay with us. We will be right back. This is Nigeria Watch. Good evening.